Underway and on the hill today, Tanner Bybee. What do you look for here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
The flip to the pitcher covering, and a quick out number one. And first offering is fouled off. And that's fouled off. And a pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Santana makes the grab. 2 down. Addison Barger now at the plate.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Alejandro Kirk.
Nope.
First offering, and it just misses. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. The throw in. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And the batter is George Springer. Right through there for a strike. And that clips the inside corner. On the ground to third, but it kicks foul. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back there. And that one is gone.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
That's to third. Throw on to Santana. And that is that. Bottom of the first. Stepping up for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. Ripped on a line to center. Clase hauls it in, and there's one away. Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to third, Clement tosses to first, and Thomas is out. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Ramirez off of first with 2 away. This one chopped up the middle. Tosses to first. That is the inning. Second inning set to go. Here's Andres Jimenez. And that one is lifted in the air. Thomas brings it in. 1 down. And next for Toronto, Alan Roden. On the ground, right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Jonathan Clase in the box now. No balls and a strike. Cut on and lifted in the air. And that is that. No run. Back now at Progressive Field. Stepping in, Kyle Manzardo. Gosman back to work. And there's a foul ball. Gosman, a former All-Star. More than 100 career wins on the mound. A former first-round pick back in 2012. Hit in the air, center field. Clase gets under it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Daniel Schneemann digs in now. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Man at first with one gone. Bo Naylor at the plate now. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there, gone. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Gabriel Arias, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. One down, base is empty. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Kirk to first, in time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Now here's Nolan Jones. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Barker makes the grab, and that's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. New inning getting started. Leading off, Bo Bichette. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
That one the other way, and it stays fair.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And there's a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Now here is Addison Barker. And takes low from ball one. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Thomas pulls it down, one away. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Bichette around third and headed home. One runs in. Vladdy coming around third. In to score from first, in there safely.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right.
Bounced out to short. Arias. Now two away as they get a run across. So two down now. And here is Ernie Clement. In the air, center field. Thomas on his way over. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in Cleveland, bottom of the inning. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. He's 0 for 1. And a rope into center field, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Oh, man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Thomas stands in now, looks at that one inside. Next offering is fouled back. Kwan gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Grounder might be 2. Off balance feet. There's 1 to first. Not in time. Great effort there. Here's Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Jose Ramirez.
There's a swing and a drive. Gone. A 2-run shot in 6-4.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way.
So 1 out, nobody on. Carlos Santana will hit next. Grounded out his first time up. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 gone.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball with a little more straight and velo to it.
On the ground. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is that. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's a 2-run. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake.
And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Blue Jays here in Cleveland, bottom 4. Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. He's got it, and there's 1 down. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. He's already homered here in this one. Tap foul at the plate. One down, base is empty. And he swings through that one.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Stays alive. Down the left field line, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 1 so far. Fouled off down the right side. Naylor leads off first with 1 away. Swings through that.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Thought really expanded the zone right there with that fastball off the outside corner of the plate. Got him to chase it. That's a tough one to lay off of because it starts close to you and just continues.
Hauls it in to end the inning. Guardians all set for the start of the inning. Bo Bichette up to the dish. There's the strike.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Kwan snags it, and there's one away. Gladdy in the box again, takes the strike.
0-1.
One out, base is empty.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Jones makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Now 1 out to right. Jones corrals it. And that is that. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now, Stephen Kwan. Gosman back to work. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That one fouled off. To the right side. On to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Lane Thomas now, 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 1.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
That one missing inside. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And a couple of quick outs. So up next, Jose Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. On the ground right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. That ends the inning. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone.
Manager.
Now pitching for the Guardians.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. Kirk aboard here at first with nobody out. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
He's clearly trying to work him away here.
Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second.
Outstanding job behind the dish to catch him right there trying to steal. Really quick catch and throw, set up with great footwork. Man, he popped out of that crouch, threw a laser down to second base. Nice job.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate. So a man at first. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Left field. He's got it. Out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Next offering is fouled back. The other way. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 1 hit. Bottom of the 6th. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there, and that one's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 6-5. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, aggressive and it paid off.
So now the DH spot, Kyle Manzardo.
Justin Blue.
Ground ball right side. Jimenez throws to first in time. One away, bottom of the sixth. Here's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann, 1 for 2. Swings through that one. 0-1. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Brendan Little, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Rodriguez, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Bo Naylor, the next to hit. Little chopper rolls foul. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur.
Up next,
here's the shortstop at the plate. Gabriel Arias.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Ground ball left side. Whips it across. Inning over. Guardians get one back on this homer. Bit at 6-5 now. Roden stands in now and watches strike one. That's inside. Now 1-2. Right side. Jones moving back for this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away. Clase in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there's a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
So up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. Lifted in the air, right field. Jones has a beat on it, and that'll do it. 3 up.
Pitching for Toronto.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Nolan Jones.
Brendan Little.
Outside low, and it's 1. No. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field, and there's 1 down. And the batter now, Stephen Kwan, 1 for 3. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Throws to first in time.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Out towards right center field. Clase on the move. Flashes the leather on the running catch. Back here in Cleveland, we go to the 8th. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. First pitch misses. Vladdy needs just 1 hit to reach 200 for the season. That misses the zone, and the count is 2-0.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Throws to first, and Guerrero is set down. Barger, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Popped up. Ramirez settles under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, base is empty. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive. Nice grab. Back now at Progressive Field, bottom of the 8th. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. A switch hitter batting right. Hit hard on the ground is short. Zips it across. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. And there's a strike. Action in the pen down there. Jeff Hoffman getting ready to go. Rodriguez also getting ready. Ripped on the ground to second. In plenty of time to first. And that quickly 2 away. Kyle Mansardo digs in for the Guardians. Late swing, foul to the left. Swing and a miss.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Kirk to first. Not in time. He's safe. 2 outs, runner at first. Now a chance for Daniel Schneemann. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So no run. Here in Cleveland, we go to the 9th. And now the DH, George Springer. That's in there. Strike 1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that one ripped to left. Puts it away for the out. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Ground ball to the right side. And that's just foul. And that's in for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. On the ground at first, Fry. And he handles it himself for the out. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Line to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 23, Jeff Hoffman.
Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one 95 to finish him off. He's 2 outs away. Now it's the shortstop, Gabriel Arias. There's a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
And that chance handled. And the Guardians with 1 out left.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Hoffman is just 1 strike away. Off the plate inside. Now 1-2. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Lifted to left, and this should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays